For you a quality catalogue of real estate. In the case of each of those properties, the listing agent will have furnished you with all of the necessary documentation in your preparation for auction today. That includes the auction contract, and on the front page of that contract, bidders and buyers, you'll see there is a conduct of auction. Those are the rules by which we operate here in the auction room. They're pretty straightforward and easy to understand, but I can see a couple of nervous faces here in the room today, so we're going to go through the conduct briefly now. In the case of each property, the vendor has provided us with a confidential reserve price. In the event that that reserve price is reached or breached, the highest bidder, whose bid we accept, will be the lucky new owner. If the bidding doesn't quite reach that reserve price, ladies and gentlemen, it's not the end of the auction. Our process here at Holmwood is to pause the auction. We move into one of our meeting rooms with the highest bidder, and we offer that person the opportunity to purchase the property. Now, this is crucial. On the odd occasion, during that discussion outside of the room, our sellers may say to us, look, Kyle or Bridget or Dan, we are delighted with this negotiated price, and we'd like to withdraw the property from the auction and sell it outside of the room without disclosing our reserve price. That is a vendor's prerogative. However, when they exercise that prerogative, ladies and gentlemen, it can be quite disappointing for buyers who remain with interest here in the room. So to avoid that disappointment, simply ensure that you hold the highest bid at all times. Now, as auctioneers, we can nominate the increments by which the bidding is raised. We can refuse bids if we feel they're not in the best interests of our owners. If there's any dispute, we'll simply resolve it, normally by going back to the last undisputed bid. And if any of our licensed colleagues are bidding on behalf of buyers, we'll do our very best to point them out to you. Now, you might hear the phrase vendor bid today. Bidders and buyers, a vendor bid is a bid placed by an auctioneer on behalf of an owner. This is important. It's always well below the reserve price and always clearly identified to you. We simply use vendor bids to keep things ticking along in the early stages of the auction in the absence of your bidding. We do prefer your bidding. Okay, if you are that lucky last purchaser, you have a couple of obligations. Of course, you pay your deposit, 10% of the purchase price, and then you sign the contract. Now, when you sign that contract, you're acknowledging that you've received a copy of the approved REA guide. That's all the boring admin out of the way now, bidders and buyers. It's time to offer you the very first of a great catalogue this morning, and it is number 26, Valley Road in Cashmere. It's been brought to the market by Foss Shanahan. Great to work with you, Foss. I know you've worked with lots of lovely people through this campaign. Keen to enter this very sought-after neighbourhood. Thanks very much to the administrator, the family, for the opportunity. It's been a pleasure. You can see there a sizable parcel, a whopping 1,222 square metres. It is a freehold title, part lot 13, and deposit plan 2431. Your settlement date, Friday the 23rd of January. 2026, you may be working to a pre-agreed date, no problem at all. Foss, what I love about this parcel, of course, it is a finite resource in this neck of the woods. Where do you find the next one, bidders and buyers? It gives you an opportunity to build your dream home, develop that land as you wish. But I tell you what, in this area, the upside is so obvious. Great school zones, Cashmere High, Cashmere Primary. You can pop down the road to Zero's for a coffee or idle along the river, up towards tracks and streams and all sorts of adventure and activity. You wouldn't catch me dead up there, or perhaps you would, but lots of recreational adventure on offer on your doorstep here, and it is a blank canvas, a really, really popular neighbourhood surrounded by good quality homes. This is value, bidders and buyers. This offers capital growth. All it requires from you is some vision. So let's get underway here at 26 Valley Road. I'm going to open the bidding at the price at which was paid for the property in 2002. $195,000. Oh, that's my bid, sir. Would you call it 200? All right, at 200,000. Nice work, and off to the races we go at 200,000 now. Look for a bit more, and that's 300,000. A bit more like it there at 3 and 00. What's the response, sir? And 400,000, he says. At 4 and 00, is it another 100 or maybe 50? At 400,000, first time at 4 and 00. Second call at 400,000. And third and final call and 25. That's Sam Bowen, my colleague, and 450. He matches that bid at $450,000. And 75 I have at 4, 7 and 5. Do I say 500, sir? That's not very chiropractically good for you, sir. You should try one of these, sir. Would you call it 5,000 perhaps? At 475 I have. You can't be out at this early stage, sir, at 475,000. Now first time at 475. Second call at 4 and 75. Third and final call at $475,000. Any bit of bid? Any bit of offer? All right, Sam, we need to have a pause and have a quick conversation. Oh, not so fast, he says. How much, sir? 485. Thank you very much at 485. And Foss, a conversation there perhaps at 485 I have against you there, Sam, at 485. Once called at $485,000. 5 more at 490. Calm and considered and a nod. I'll take that to mean another 5 at 495. I'm not going to miss your bid again there, sir, at 495 now. Back of the room, Sam, not your bid at 495. $495,000, counting down 3 times. First call at 495. Second call at 495 at 1,222 square metres. And third and final call, one more at 496. And sir, is it another 5 to 501? At 501 I have. At $501,000, new interest is welcome. Count it down, first time, at $501,000. A lot of flat land on this section. That's got to provide a platform for a great vision at 501, second call. And 502. At 502 the bid. So is it another 5, is it? At 507. Great, at 507. It's easier for me to, I prefer 5, sir. At 507. 507 the call. Maybe something stronger than $1,000 there, Sam. At 507 I have going once. At one more at 508. He doesn't take my advice. He never does. At 508. 508 the call. 510. Okay, change of pace there at 510. At 510 I have. We're on the market and selling. Bidders and buyers. 5, how much? 520. That's a nice, good bid there at $520,000. 530. Ooh, fire with fire. I like that at $530,000. This is a very unique opportunity in this neck of the woods here at $530,000. 35 at 5 now. 10 at 5, 4, 5. We're on the market. I'm selling. A new name goes on the title. Bidders and buyers, the question is whose? At $545,000 for the first time. 5 more at 550. And 555. 555, look alive there, sir. You're in front, back of the room, but pole position at 555 now. 75, $20,000. So we'll do like that bid there at 5 and 75. 5 at 580. At 600. Oh, look at this, beautiful. 600,000, sir? 600,000, sir. It's only money, sir. At 600,000, excellent work. It puts you in front. A good battle here for the, well, I say the keys, there's no front door yet, but 600,000. I'm selling. First chance at 6 and 00. 10 more at $610,000. And 10 at 620. 26 Valley Road at $620,000. Once at 620. Twice. 650. 65 and 0. Take comfort in the competition here. Great band, sir, at 660. It's a good bid too. At 660. 660 the call. Big decisions here. 6 and 75. Round me up, sir. Could be the best way to shake him off at 680. No problem at all at 680. Locked and loaded, thanked and banked. And 685. And 90. For 1,222 square metres of freehold land. Great school zones. 7 and 00. 700,000 on the market and selling. 710. Nice bid, I commend it at $710,000. And 1-2, so 712, 712. 3 on top to 715,000. Once called at 715,000. 720. On the market and selling. Second call at 720. 725. $725,000. Going once at 725. 730. at $730,000. First call, 735. And 40. And 745. Going once at $745,000. Let me remind you, twice at 745, the people watching this in Auckland think this is probably a 300 square metre parcel at $745,000 long term. It's got to be good buying at 745, third call. Even if it's 500, Sam, now's the time. 750 at 3/4, at 750. 752, he improves his own position. Are you threatening me? At 752, folks, my job's to mitigate your regret. Are you sure? At $752,000, first call. You can't call your agent back in January and say, we should have paid another 3 more, now's the time. Second call, you're in good hands there, take her advice. Third and final call, it's permission to sell, any late interest, at $752,000. I think you got the chocolates there, Sam. It is going, sure, gone and sold. Congratulations to your buyer. To my underbidder, commiseration. Stick with Elise, she'll see you through. Hey, Foss, you must be watching cricket because you've hit it right out the middle of the bat, as per usual. Great work. 26 Valley Road, thanks so much to our owners.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to be up here for our next auction, which is number 101 Mays Road in St Albans. Now, Cindy Lee St Clair and Chloe Clark from our Merivale office has been in charge of bringing this property to the market and, as always, has done an outstanding job. A very warm welcome to our owner. I must commend you on what an absolute outstanding job you have done with this renovation. To the contract I take you, the property is more formally described as a cross-lease freehold parcel, half a share of 1,141 square metres, more or less, on certificate of title CB35C28. Now, settlement date is set down for the 22nd of December 2025, unless you're working to a pre-arranged date, and the chattels remain the same as per the contract. So if you're moving in on the 22nd, what a lovely place to spend Christmas. Well, what a renovation here. A full and flawless renovation has transformed this 1910 double bay villa into a modern black and white showstopper. Inside, every detail has been carefully crafted. Our owners are experienced, creative developers, and they've left nothing undone. Striking new black joinery, fresh white weatherboards. As you move down the hallway, it keeps that classic character charm. The 4 bedrooms are generous. The 3 bedrooms are generous, they're light-filled and they're finished to a high standard. The master bedroom, that's a true standout there, and you've got that huge walk-in wardrobe and that gorgeous ensuite bathroom. You walk into that living area and it just really opens up. You've got the soaring cathedral ceilings, that cosy wood burner, which is a real feature, the big sliding doors opening out to that deck and that outdoor area. When I visited, the sun was just pouring in that outdoor area, the perfect place to have a barbecue. I was actually quite tempted to settle in there for the afternoon. The kitchen was an absolute showstopper with its waterfall kitchen island bench. It's just so sleek and modern. The mezzanine upstairs, perfect place for an extra living room, work from home, or somewhere to hide the children away maybe. And you'll love this location here. It's close to Maryvale, close to Papanui. The kids can scoot to the local schools. It just doesn't get better than that. Well, all the hard work's been done, hasn't it, Cindy? All we need now is a new owner. So I look for your opening bid, ladies and gentlemen, at number 101 Maze Road. Does someone want to start me away? $1 million? Oh, good on you. I'll start at $1 million. That's a nice place to start. Good luck today with your bidding. At $1 million. Who goes next? 1-1. Nice to meet you. Good luck today at 1.1. 1,100,000. What's your response, sir? Take me to 1.2. Just here for the one bid today? All right. Okay. You may change your mind. At 1,100,000, the bid's with you. Looking for 50,000 perhaps. Is there 1,150,000? First call at 1-1. Second call at 1-1. Third call at 1-1. Well, I'm going to place a vendor bid at 1,150,000. Invite you back at 1.2 and we can have a conversation if there's no further bidding here on the floor. 1.2. Yep, got on you. At 1.2 then. Anyone else? Otherwise, I'll pause this auction. Wonderful opportunity here. Stunning, stunning renovation. At 1.2, first, second, third. Look, I'm not going to vendor bid against you again. Let's just pause the auction. We'll have a conversation and try and get you there. Sir, the auction is still open and live. If you have a change of mind, shows strength changing your mind here in the auction rooms. We do allow that. All right, so the auction's still open and live, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with you shortly.
Atamarie, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Pengelly. It's my pleasure to take you to our next property in the catalogue. That is number 6 Date Crescent in Aidenfield, brought to the market by Chris Kilkelly and Anna Webber from our Island 2 office. I know you've been very busy there, team. Good luck to you today. Good luck to our owner. Now, the property itself is more formally described as an estate in freehold, comprised of 303 square metres, more or less, all contained and described on that record of title that Chris and Anna have provided to you over the last last 3 weeks of the campaign. Settlement is suggested for Monday, the 12th of January 2026. That's actually my birthday, so a very auspicious day. The list of chattels, that remains unchanged. I do note that the spa is excluded, and I take it that you have read and understood further terms 23 through to 26 of the contract. You bid, you buy on the basis today that you've read and accepted those further terms. Now, what does feel like a slightly modest road frontage leads to a surprisingly large amount of house here. You've got that main bedroom with ensuite plus 2 more bedrooms, all really well proportioned, good storage. You've got triple hallway cupboards, which was a shock to me. Anna just kept opening doors as we went down the cupboards for the linen, the Christmas decoration cupboard, the third annex. You've got that wonderful bathroom with the skylight light and bright. You've got double garaging here, styly laundry, plenty of storage. And that living area, once again, over-delivering on size once you get to it. Doors opening to that large lawn and outdoor lounge area. And of course, if you move in here to Aidenfield, every night will be date night. So I will get things underway on a vendor bid, nice and easy at $680,000 with me on a vendor bid at $680,000. My suggestion from here, if you'd like to have a conversation, is $700,000, but $680,000 with me. $685,000. Oh, ma'am, you cut me down. You wouldn't go 7 for me, would you? 6, are you going backwards? 685. You want to go to 670, ma'am? Would you go 690? I'll happily work with you at 690, ma'am. At 690, if I see no further bidding, we're going to pause and have a conversation. At 690, once, twice, third, final opportunity. Well, the auction is open and live, but it's now paused, ma'am. Hayden's going to grab you, show you to one of our rooms. Let's have a conversation and see if we can get a sold sticker on Date Crescent this morning. And we'll be back with you shortly to take you to St Martin's.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for your patience. If you are just joining us here at the Holmwood Auction Room, welcome. A very good morning as well to those at holmwood.co.nz joining us via the live stream. It's a wonderful day to buy real estate, a wonderful place to buy real estate is St Martin's. I know John Fulton and George Lill, the team from the Ireland 2 office, have met lots of lovely people through this process. You see that stunning street appeal there. This home is Insta-worthy. Plenty of charm throughout the home. It is number 10 Esher Place. That's what the locals call it, I'm told. Esher Place. Look, when you purchase it, bidders and buyers, you call it what you like, but I'll tell you now, it's a good investment. It is a freehold title, the highest form of ownership in New Zealand. 619 square metres of easily managed but highly valuable land. Lot 7, deposit plan 28525. Settlement date, the 22nd of December 2025. You're in before Christmas. You might be working to a pre-arranged date. You can see there that brand new kitchen. That really forms the heart of the home. As I stood at that gorgeous bench, you've got a wonderful outlook out towards the front as well as the backyard as well. Sun absolutely wraps around this home and pours into it through very large windows. It was originally built mid-century. It's got so much of that charm throughout the home. It's got the permanent material, peace of mind, synonymous with that era, but it's been amazingly overhauled throughout. I must commend our owner. She's done a phenomenal job just in terms of workmanship, colour palette choice, fixtures and fittings. It's all of a very high standard, and I couldn't spot any cut corners. The configuration is just clever, really. We've got the addition of a new bathroom there, lovely timber elements in the bathroom ceilings, really a good floor plan. The master bedroom, an absolute oasis with its own access to the outside. I think that spot there is waiting for a spa pool. Bidders and buyers, if you are at the end of this cul-de-sac, you wouldn't know that the hustle bustle of one of the most rapidly burgeoning cities is just 10 minutes away. This is a great place to buy real estate. It makes so much sense. So I commend you in being here today. Let's get underway and identify the new owner. Who's going to open the bidding for us today here at number 10 Esher Place in St Martin's? Shout me a number, bidders and buyers. We'll get to work. Where was that? 750. Welcome to the bidding at $750,000. Best of luck to you today at 750. Who takes me now to 800? Don't let me limit you. But at 750, I have my lamp lighter over there at 750. First call. Second call at $750,000. I seek 800 or better. Third and final call at $750,000. 800. 800, nice to meet you, good people, at 800,000. There's your competition there, sir. Can I say 850? At 800 I have. Once called, 825. I'll work with you, sir, at 825. Offer you the same courtesy if you like, folks, at 850. 850 it is now, and 875 I assume. At 875 I have. At 875 the call now is at 900. At 900 the bid now at 900. Once called, great school zones, great convenience to lots of amenities. At 900,000 is it 925? 925, easily bid, easily offered at 925 and 950 I assume. Do you want to offer me more? At $925,000, you can't be out at this stage, surely. Folks, the people watching this in Sydney are weeping. They cannot believe that this isn't a one-bedroom unit at $925,000. Pay today's prices, tomorrow's interest rates, folks. Come on, at 925. Going once, twice. Third and final call at $925,000. Look, I'm surprised you are my only bidder at this stage, but we need to pause and have a conversation. At 925, I can't sell it to you, so we'll leave it. Auction is open, though. Any change of mind here, let us know. Back with you very, very soon.
Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. I take you now back to 101 Mays Road in St Albans. We left the lectern on a live bid of $1,200,000. We've had some discussions outside the room with some lovely buyers and the owner. There has been an increase in that bid, and under clause 2.6, the owner has happily withdrawn. Where's our lovely buyers? Withdrawn it and sold it to these lovely buyers. So congratulations, you're the new owners of property. It is now sold. Congratulations, Cindy and Chloe. Fantastic campaign. Well, let's move on to our next property that is up for auction, which is 4/14 Gambier Street in Papanui. The lovely Matt Dawson has been in charge of bringing this property to the market and has done an outstanding job. Very warm welcome to our owner. To the contract I take you, the property is more formally described as a freehold parcel, 169 square metres more or less, on certificate of title 1188962. Settlement date is set down for the 12th of February 2026, unless you're working to an alternative date, and the chattels remain the same as per the contract. Well, I was really impressed with this townhouse. It's really smart looking with the timber exterior. It's nice and private being at the rear. Step inside and you immediately notice this space in the standalone townhouse. A rare find, and it's been brilliantly laid out. The kitchen anchors a nice space there with its modern finishes. It's got quality appliance and the oversized oven there. The gas hob ready for cooks amongst us. I know that the current owner is quite handy in the kitchen and he's loved cooking for his friends and family in this kitchen. It all flows so nicely through to that dining and living area, and you've got those doors opening out to the outdoor area and the deck, perfect for barbecues and entertaining. Downstairs, it's great having that downstairs bedroom with that bathroom as well, perfect for guests or someone that wants to live on the bottom floor. And upstairs, you've got those two bedrooms. They are both so light-filled, with lots of windows, and it share that family bathroom there. Location, it's superb. We know how great this location is. You can walk to Papanui, Northlands Mall. You're close to Maryvale. It's a lovely, quiet street, handy to everything, close to schools. Just doesn't get better than this, Matt. So, with all that said, I look for your opening bid. Does someone want to start me away with an opening bid? 4/14 Gambier Street. Who wants to take the gamble? Is there 800,000? Somewhere nice and easy to start at 800? You don't go, I will. At 800, all right. I'll take the bet in at 800,000. Who goes next? At 800,000 on a vendor bid. First, second, third. All right, I'll go to 825. That will be my last vendor bid. Now's your opportunity. If you don't bid, it will get opened up to that conditional market. We will be competing against more people at 825,000 first, second, third at 825. Well, Matt, don't appear to have your live bids. We're just going to move on to that next stage and pass this property in. That pass-in figure is 900,000. There's my line in the sand. Anybody north of that level, give Matt Dawson a call. This is a wonderful townhouse. You will be impressed. It's a lot more spacious than other townhouses, and it's got that downstairs bedroom. So, at 900,000, it is passed in. We'll be back with you shortly. Thank you.
Your attention, please. I'll just take you back to 6 Date Crescent in Aidenfield. We paused some time ago on a live bid of $690,000. There's been some robust discussions and an increase in that bid to $750,000. My owners do hold the property in slightly higher regard than that, so I reopen the auction at $750,000. I look for further bidding, otherwise I pass the property in. First time at $750,000. Second, third opportunity. Well, Chris and Andrew, I pass the property in to your capable hands. I'm happy to announce the next stage of the campaign, a deadline on Monday at 4 p.m. You've got this weekend to get through. The property is fantastic, beautifully presented. Those wonderful proportioned 3 bedrooms, large living, lovely courtyard out the back, and of course all of that hallway storage on offer. If you've got interest, get through this weekend. And I'm going to promptly take you now to our next property. That is 78 Rocking Horse Road in South Shore, brought to the market by Foss Shanahan and Richard Dawson, and the property itself is more formally described as an estate in freehold, comprised of 1,525 square metres, more or less, all contained and described on that record of title that Foss and Richard have provided to you over the last few weeks of the campaign. Settlement is proposed for Friday, the 23rd of January 2026, or any other date mutually agreed in writing already with our owners. The list of chattels is non-existent, being a bare land block, and I take it you've read and understood those further terms 23 through to 26 of the contract. Now, as I said, just over 1,500 square metres here, bare land here in a wonderful location, South Shore. I've used to work a lot out in this area of town. One thing I can say is once you've lived in South Shore, you almost never leave, and if you do, within 5 years, you're coming back, you're asking the local agents, can you find me something, or can you find me my old property, because they miss the sense of community that exists here. You just get to know your neighbours in this neck of the woods, and you just don't want to let it go. No surprises here with vistas like this. Estuary on one side, long sandy beaches on the other, but mostly what I'm offering you here is opportunity of what you can create here for the right price in this wonderful location. So my instructions on behalf of our vendors representative is to start the bidding at what the owner paid for it in 1981, and that is $21,000. That is the lowest opening bid I have ever done in an auction. Sir, where do you go to from there? 22. My goodness. The eternal optimist at 22,000. Fair enough, sir. Fight fire with fire at 22,000. 23. Is that a real? You can't bid for someone else, sir. Are you bidding for yourself? Very good, at 23,000. Now, I will encourage you to maybe get a little bit more ambitious with your bids than 1,000. 75. Oh, now we're talking, sir, and we're away at 75. Sir, where to from there? Do you go the 100? 76. Oh, gosh, okay, well, I've started. It's my fault at 76. Sir, do you take me to the 100? 82. Oh, goodness. Oh, I like this. It's unpredictable at 82, sir. 83. 83. 91. 101. Got the Dalmatians here at 107. 110. 115, 20, 120 now, 125, 26, 130. Oh, sir, hello, at 136, bold, 136. Thank you, at 136. But you can go to the 160 if you like. But at 136, 37, 137 here. We're going to be here all day, team. Buckle in at 137. 140. 41. I think I can get your rhythm now, sir, at 141. 42 and 43, shall I say? Oh, gosh, mixing it up now at 144. 151. 52. 152,000. First time then at $152,000. 60. Nice, bold, sir. 160. 161. At 161,000. 167. 68. Oh, no, sir, we don't say that 69 in this room. 169, thank you. We go 170. 175, bold, sir. 76, 180, 181. There's somebody scoffing over here. If you don't like how slow it is, you can bid me up to 200 at any point at 181. 190, bold, sir. 191. 195. Or the 200 beckons, sir, but up to you at 195. He can have it. I'll decide that, thank you, sir. Respectfully, at 195. What about the 96, sir? The old one on top? Oh, yes. Oh, gosh, mixing it up. This is how you do auctions, everyone. At 195, 500. 196. 197. 200. 200. Yeah, there we go, sir. I'll feign not hearing you again to just keep you going up at 200. You're out. You said that before though, sir, so now I'm not sure. And you've been smiling the whole time, so I don't think you are out yet, but up to you. But at 200 here, I pause and have a conversation at 200,000. Once called, twice, third, final time at 200, sir. Can't sell it to you yet, I don't have permission. But, sir, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause here, going to have a conversation. We may sell outside the room. It may not come back to you for another bid. Are you letting it go? You're absolutely sure? There's not another property that I've got that I'll start at these levels. But at 200, the auction is open and live, but now pause, sir. Let's find a space. Let's have a conversation. The auction is open and live at $200,000.
All right, bidders and buyers, we go now to Belfast. It is number 42 Donegal Street in Belfast, brought to the market by Michael Fisher. Michael, come and stand over here on the podium so the good people at holmwood.co.nz can see you. He certainly lists some good property, no stranger to the auction arena. This one's an absolute peach, bidders and buyers. Number 42, it is a... Could the Ray White agents in the corner please keep quiet there? Thank you very much. It is a freehold title, 779 square metres more or less. And settlement date, 23rd of January 2026, that being a Friday. Hey, Michael, I know this one here offers plenty of peace of mind in terms of its construction. It's got a very clever configuration. It just makes good sense. Is there opportunity to add your own flair, put your own stamp on it without question? Love that outdoor space there. Certainly some room for some landscaping to your taste. But overall, this is the type of real estate your grandparents, your parents tell you to buy. Good bread and butter Kiwiana real estate. Kitchen's been modernised. And hey, bidders and buyers, I just think this is going to be absolutely drenched in sunshine throughout the day. Convenient location with the introduction of the new Northern Corridor. This has become a far quieter area, but some wonderful amenities within reach. So let's get underway here at number 42 Donegal Street in Belfast. I look for an opening bid or an opening offer. Who starts us away? Some good property people. I know you've got the budget. What about this one? Wouldn't sell at 500,000, bidders and buyers. Maybe that's a good place to start. All right, then a vendor bid at $500,000. Some would say cheap as chips. It's a great place to get onto the ladder. A good addition to the property portfolio at 500,000. First call of vendor bid. Second call at 500. Third and final call at 500. Place another vendor bid then at 530,000, a clear line in the sand. My owner sooner keeps it at $530,000. That should come as no surprise at 530,000. I seek 550 or 560. Don't let me limit you, bidders and buyers at $530,000. Owner's bid once called for 3 bedrooms, bidders and buyers. Great renter, I suggest, at 530. Second call. Third and final call at $530,000. Michael, I don't see any unconditional people here, but I know you've got people in the wider market to talk to, and possibly today. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to increase the bid there to $560,000 on behalf of my owner. Clearly not for sale at $560, but interest north of that. Please make the call to Michael. I'll just remind you of what's on offer here. Good, robust, permanent material construction. It's had a birthday in many ways, but there is still opportunity to add your own flair. The upside to that work is obvious in this location. Good garaging, a lovely sunny spot. So interest north of that level, give Michael a call. He'll get you through this afternoon or this week, and you'll be happy you made the visit. Property's passed in, back with you soon. All right, bidders and buyers, we're going to go to the second hour of our wonderful catalogue this morning in just a moment with Grangewood. But before we do, to those who've just joined us, a reminder of the conduct of auction. It is on the front page of your contract. These are the rules by which we operate here in the auction room. Very easy to understand, but for some of you here for the first time, a good idea to refresh you on what the rules of engagement are today. In the case of each property, the vendor has provided us with a confidential reserve price. Subject to that reserve price being reached or breached, the highest bidder whose bid we accept will be the lucky new owner. If the bidding doesn't quite reach the reserve, that's not the end of the auction. Our practice here at Holmwood is to pause the auction. We move into one of our meeting rooms with the highest bidder and we offer that person the opportunity to purchase the property. Now, on the odd occasion during that discussion outside of the room, our sellers may say to us, Kyle or Bridget or Dan, look, we're happy with this negotiated price. We'd like to withdraw the property from the auction and sell it outside of the room without disclosing our reserve price. That is a vendor's prerogative under clause 2.6, but it can be disappointing for buyers who remain here in the room with interest. So my advice to you, it sounds convenient, of course, from an auctioneer, but just simply ensure you hold the highest bid to avoid that disappointment. As auctioneers, we can nominate the increments by which the bidding is raised. We can refuse bids if we feel they're not in the best interests of our owners. If there's a disputed bid, we'll simply resolve it, normally by going back to the last undisputed bid. And if any of our licensed colleagues are bidding on behalf of buyers, we'll do our very best to point them out to you. You might hear the phrase vendor bid today. A vendor bid is a bid placed by an auctioneer on behalf of a property owner. A vendor bid is always well below the reserve price and it's always clearly identified to you, so you can bid against a vendor bid with confidence. Finally, if you are that lucky last purchaser, you have a couple of obligations. You pay your deposit, 10% of the purchase price, and when you when you sign the contract, which is a requirement, you are acknowledging that you've received a copy of the approved REA guide. Those are the rules. Now, in just a short moment, we'll move on to number 16 Grangewood Lane. I wish you the very, very best with your endeavours here today, bidders and buyers, and once again, welcome to the Holmwood Auction Room. Back soon.
Kia ora and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I happily take you now to 16 Grangewood Lane in Burnside, brought to the market by Lucy Zhao to my left. Lucy, I know you and the team have been busy there, enjoyed your lovely times in the backyard over the weekend, so good luck to you. Good luck to our owner joining us online here this morning. Now, the property itself is more formally described as an estate in freehold, comprised of 953 square metres, more or less, all contained and described on that record of title that Lucy and the team have provided to you over the last few weeks of the campaign. Now, settlement, that is proposed for the 18th of December 2025, only a few weeks away, Lucy, in by Christmas. How very exciting. Now, the list of chattels, that remains unchanged. I do note that you will be receiving a 2015 Mercedes-Benz with the property in an as-is, whereas condition. That's the first time I've got to auction off a car, Lucy, so I'm actually quite excited. And I take it that you've read and understood further terms 21 through to 23 of the contract. I take it that you have read and accepted those terms if you choose to bid today. Now, arriving here on Memorial Ave, I wandered down Grangewood Lane. You wandered down the paved and tree-lined lane, leads you to number 16. I noticed substantial houses down this lane, Lucy. Good quality, lovely neighbours out there washing their cars, kids playing, a very nice location. The gardens, they're well landscaped. You've got Buxus line, guest parking. You've got more family parking, then 3-car garaging, but it's even more than 3-car garaging. The way it's set up, you've also got a workshop area and storage area, so almost 3 cars plus. Inside, a multitude of rooms awaits you. You enter that large atrium flowing through to the sitting room, and you start to get a feel for this Robin Vesti architecturally designed home. The left, you've got the formal lounge around that feature fireplace. To the right, the former piano room, I was notified. And then you've got the main open living area, that modern kitchen, that dining room, the open plan living, those pitch ceilings, doors north facing. It's just a lot of beautiful living area options, that warm wooden flooring throughout. You've got 2 massive ground floor bedrooms, one with that ensuite, both with garden access. The stairway itself, a sculpture sort of shaped into the hallway, the bronze hand railing up, leading you up. Just beautiful details here. 3 more family bedrooms upstairs, second with that master suite with the walk-in wardrobe and ensuite and the little balcony. Above the garage, the bonus rumpus room. I don't call it a man cave, it's too nice for that, but a lot of options of how you want to use it. All of this with established gardens and trees. My goodness, there is a lot, there's an abundance on offer here in Grangewood Lane. So I throw it open, Lucy. Where do we say go? I know that there is conditional interest, hoping it doesn't sell today. So if there's anybody in the room who wants to have a conversation, I would be yelling a number. It's 16 Grangewood Lane. I've obviously overwhelmed you with just how much house I have on offer. Where do you say go? Any interest? Ash, is there a number? 1.7, happy to have a conversation at 1.7. Can't sell it to you, but we can get things started at 1.7. If I see no further bidding, I'll pause here. I look for 1.8 in the room. First call at 1.7, second call, third, final opportunity. Look, Ash, I'm going to do one vendor bid then at 1.8. That's me done. 1.8, you just need to be above that to have a conversation. At 1.8 on a vendor bid. 1.850 is my suggestion, but over to you and your buyer, Ash. At 1.810, absolutely. 1810, first time. Second, third opportunity. We'll pause. The auction's open and live, but pause it at 1.810. Ash, let's find a room. Let's see if we can get your buyer into Grangewood Lane, and we'll be back with you shortly, I think, to take you to Belfast.
All right, bidders and buyers, we go now to 90A Jeffreys Road in Fendleton, brought to the market by Jack and Jan from the Fendleton office, Marshall and Morley. Morley and Marshall, depending on who you think does more work. But they're a wonderful team and they list some great property, particularly in this neck of the woods here. We are, of course, in Fendleton, 90 Jeffreys Road, 90A, according to the contract, correct. It is a 1/2 share in 1,012 square metres, more or less. Flat 1, deposit plan 311360. On lot 2, deposit plan 6302. Settlement date the 19th of December 2025. If you've got a pre-agreed alternative in writing, no problem at all. Great school zones at this address. This underpins your value. You are surrounded by high quality blue chip real estate. That must count for something, bidders and buyers. This home here was a very happy ownership for our owners, now well ensconced in Melbourne. They tell me they're loving it, but they are eager to hand over the keys to some lucky new owners. This home's floor plan, I just think, is so clever. It is really conducive. It's got separation of spaces, so conducive to modern family living. Everyone's got their own quiet space. Bedroom accommodation upstairs, of course, the master. A suite, you've got the a bonus of a 4th bedroom there, potentially that becomes your home office. Downstairs you've got interconnected living, dining, kitchen spaces. The primary living area is on the north side of the home, drenched in sunshine, and you can see it right there. Excellent indoor-outdoor flow, great garaging, and all of this a hop, skip and a jump to the Holmwood auction room. So that a bit of free theatre up the road, great coffee shops, great schools. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a great way to get a foothold in Fendleton, a great way to level up. So let's get started. Where do we start the bidding here? At 90 Jeffreys Road. 800,000. That's Jan on behalf of a buyer there at 800. Where do we go from here, buyers? It's there 820. Don't let me limit you. At 800,000, I have first call out, second call at 800,000. 850, nice strong bid there at 850 and just 10 on top at 860 the call. At 860 now, shall I say 880, sir? At 880,000. Bids against you there at 880 and 90, just 10 on top. Do we round up or over the 900? 95, 895, just the 5 and 900,000. Against you now, sir, at 900, I should say. Once called at 900,000. 905. At 905, the bid now in 910. Can I say 915 or is it 910? 910, okay, at $910,000. 911, okay, sir, 915. Take comfort in the competition, you know, it's not a lemon. People want the keys here at 915. 920. Now that's a good response there at $920,000. 925. And 925 the call. Going once at $925,000. 930 at $930,000. First call at 5. I could read your buyer's lips, Jan, at $935,000. I could just see that far these days at $935,000. 937 and 38. Don't be put off by her quick bidding, sir. She's a professional at 938 and 940, I assume. 940. Oh, she's double bid. She improves her own position. I promise you she's a nice person, sir. She sounds very serious there at $940,000. Bids against you. 943, the call and 4. Just a $1,000 there at 944 and 45 I have. At 945 and 6, the call now at 946. First time at 946. We're in Fendleton, under $1 million. 950. 51 at 951 the call. First time now. 951 and 52. At 52, I think this home would throw a good party, sir. Think about that, 952. 953 and 4. We are on the market and selling. At $954,000, I sell away today if there's no better bid. At 954, 956 the call. 7. And 7. At $957,000. I'm selling. We enter the valley of no return here at $957,000 and 960. First call at $960,000. Second call at 960. Third and final call. What about your board of advisors here, sir? At $960,000. Any better bid? My job's to mitigate your regret. Are we sure? We're sure. at $960,000. You've been wonderful, great bidding. Jan, I think your buyers have got the chocolates at $960,000. It's going. It is going. Any better bid? Would you like to improve your bid again? Gone and sold. Hey, sir, stick with the team. We'll get you there. Jan, to your clients, congratulations. Jack, as always, great campaign. Back with you very soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. Thank you so much for your patience just while I'm having conversations on other properties. I happily take you now to 16 Murdoch Street in Brynwood, brought to the market by Catherine Picton-Warlow from our Mayorvale 205 office. Catherine, I know you're a busy lady, so let's get things underway. Now, this property itself is formally described as an estate in freehold. It's 16 Murdoch Street in Brynwood, comprised of 408 square metres, more or less, all contained and described on that record of title that Catherine has provided to you throughout the campaign. Settlement that's proposed for Thursday, the 18th of December 2025, or any other date mutually agreed in writing with the owners already. The list of chattels, they remain unchanged, and I do take it that you've read and understood further terms 23 through to 26 of the contract. You bid, you buy on the basis that you have read and accepted those further terms. Now, at this property, smart white fencing greets you, welcoming you into the evening courtyard, as I like to say. So that was one's on the west side, all the landscaping done for you. Out the back, you've got the morning courtyard, a little bit of Mediterranean Tuscan feel to it on the east side, getting that morning sun straight off the side of the kitchen, giving you options for where you want to entertain, or perhaps hosting two parties at once. That's entirely up to you. That large entrance foyer hosts a hidden study nook, two spacious bedrooms flow off it on the ground floor, and of course you go into that light-filled living area, beautiful amount of windows there and beautiful renovations. Now, the new open-plan kitchen and dining, that's spacious. The laundry, that can double as a butler's pantry, so you can hide away all the dishes from the beautiful meals you create. And of course, as I said, that door flowing out to that courtyard. Upstairs, 3 family bedrooms, new bathroom, toilet. Now, this property, extensive renovations here, re-roofed, rewired, new carpet, new bathroom, new kitchen. And out the back, you've got that wonderful bonus of that utility space that can be what you want it to be: workshop, storage, storage. That is entirely up to you, but a huge space and opportunity there. This, for me, is a spacious family home in a wonderful location, coming with those sought-after Christchurch words you want to hear: Burnside High Zone, Cobban Intermediate Zone, and I've just recently learned that the Willow Preschool is also zoned for this, which is a fought-after preschool. I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought we tried to discourage toddlers from fighting, but apparently that's where you want to be with your kids. So I throw the doors open. Where do we say go? 800, welcome in, man. Good luck to you today at 800. Bold entry into the race at 800,000. My suggestion from here, perhaps 850. At first call at $800,000. Second, third opportunity. Ma'am, as I suspected, I think it's just us today, so I'm happy to pause there at 800,000. Can't sell it to you, but let's find a room, have a conversation, and see if we can get you the keys to Murdoch Street. Pause, the auction is open and live at 800,000, and we'll be back with you shortly to take you to Prebbleton.
Shiny lights and purple sky, everything's so bright. 기다려왔어 지금이야. Turn off your phone and off your mind. Look at you so bright. 멈출 수 없어 지금이야. Oh, I'll take you to the moon. Come on up, enjoy your ride. Oh, I'll take you to the moon. Just be ready to enjoy your night. Oh, baby, it's right now. You don't wanna waste this time. 어디든지 가줄게. Yeah, I know the world can't stop. 이루어질 거야. I'll take you to the moon. Left and right, you know you feel so right. 다른 시선 따윈 don't care. 무기타져라 소리쳐, you know you feel so right. 이제부터가 시작이야. Oh, I'll take you to the moon. Come on up and enjoy your ride.
All right, bidders and buyers, thank you for your patience. We turn your attention back to number 10, Isha Place in St Martin's. John Fulton, the Island 2 team working hard behind the scenes. We left the room on a live bid at $925,000. There was some good discussion outside of the room with a lovely young couple. and their very, very dedicated proxy. Pleasure to work with you three. And always a pleasure to work with our owner. What a wonderful job in terms of the renovation, commitment to quality, and we thank you for the opportunity. We've got an update here. Under clause 2.6, our vendor has opted to withdraw the property, and at $955,000 to this very nice couple, the property has very happily been, should I knock it down? Sold. Congratulations. Hey, welcome to that neighbourhood. Beautiful job there, and to our owner, we'll see you next time. Please keep doing this with property. It's good for the real estate stock in Christchurch. What a wonderful job. Thanks, John, as always. Good campaign. All right, bidders and buyers, we go now to a property in Prebleton, brought to the market by none other than Team Fulton, George Lill, John Fulton. John, would you just jump up here? You've got your hair's looking good these days, so the good people should see it. 646 Springs Road in Prebleton, bidders and buyers. If you look to the contract, Lot 3, Deposit Plan 17160, and you can see from the inside those photos there, this is just a wonderfully configured home, traditional in terms of its decor, some really lovely upgrades throughout the home. For our owners, it's been a great location. Prebleton really is a good place to buy real estate. You are just a hop, skip and a jump from the Christchurch city, as the region continues to develop. I'm losing my words here, but it's just such a lovely township. It's got a really wonderful small town feel, lots of amenities. Each year there's something new on offer to the locals in Prebleton, but it hasn't lost that community sense. This home itself, obviously on a freehold title, you've got a lovely street appeal there, nice fencing, it's safe and secure. This young person's trying to throw a bid in already. This is the type of property you're meant to buy. Nice sizable parcel, good freehold land, a nice house built from robust building materials. And then you can see just throughout the home, it's been lovingly upgraded throughout. That'll be to your credit. And as the region continues to develop, bidders and buyers, it's getting a foothold in a location like this that'll pay dividends in terms of capital growth. So let's get underway. John, before I fall over any more words, at 646 Springs Road, bidders and buyers, I am in your hands. I look for an opening bid or offer. Where do we say go? Here at 646 Springs Road in Prebleton, lovely indoor-outdoor float, lovely decking for entertainment, plenty of sunshine at this address. Not for sale at 700,000. Maybe that's a good place to start. Is there 700? All right, then, of indoor bid at 700,000. Great heating, lovely big windows. Absolutely no shortage of vitamin D when you live here. At 700,000, first call, second call, third and final call at 700,000. I'll place another indoor bid at 750. Look for 775 perhaps for an opportunity to have a conversation. I don't think you've purchased today. Now's your moment. At $750,000, once, twice, third and final call at 750. George, I don't see any unconditional bidding here today, but I know you've got people to talk to in the wider market. Vendors' instructions are very clear, bidders and buyers. We are going to price the property at $800,000. Just confirm that for me there, George, at 800. Let me just remind you of what's on offer here. Lovingly upgraded. It's got a great floor plan, bidders and buyers. Lovely spacious bedrooms, great bathroom facilities, sizable parcel. All of this just 10 minutes from the centre of Christchurch, and a lovely village feel. So please make the call, go and take a look. I tell you what, you'll be very happy you made that call. Property's passed in and priced. And I think, does that conclude our day? Nope, couple more in negotiation. Back with you very soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. I take you back to 16 Murdoch Street in Brindwa. We paused some time ago on a live bid of $800,000. We've had some robust discussions and an increase in the bid to $870,000. And I'm happy to say that at that level, my owners have activated their right under Clause 2.6 of the contract, and 16 Murdoch Street is sold. Congratulations. Another wonderful campaign by Catherine Picton-Warlow, and we'll be back with you shortly for further updates. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. I take you back now to 78 Rocking Horse Road in South Shore. We paused some time ago on a live bid of $200,000. I look to my top bidder that there's been discussions and an increase in the bid to $225,000, sir. On the nod, on the loud, yes, very good. And I look to our owners that at $225,000, we let go and we pass it over to the next owners. Thank you so much at $225,000. Once, twice, third, final time. Congratulations, sir. You're now an owner in South Shore. Very good. A wonderful campaign by Foss Shanahan and Richard Dawson once again, and we have some further updates to come, so stay with us.
Everything
Run with it. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. I take you back now to 16 Grangewood Lane in Burnside. We paused some time ago on a live bid of $1,810,000. There's been some robust discussions and an increase in that bid to $1,858,000. Our owners do hold the property in slightly higher regard than this. There is a lot of house on offer. It is architectural in a wonderful location. So I reopen the auction. Otherwise, I pass the property in at 1,858, even to say take me to 1,860, but for the first time. Second opportunity, third final time. Well, Lucy, I pass the property back into your capable hands. I know we've got conditional interest that will be onto the phone to immediately. If you've got interest, the property is vacant. Get in touch with Lucy and the team. They can get you through this afternoon. That is a wonderful property, a wonderful opportunity. That wraps us for the day here at Harcourt's Holmwood. Please join us next week when we've got several more properties for you to consider and prepare and get in, hopefully, before Christmas. Thank you. Have a wonderful week.